Hi, everybody. This is Fridays with Sandy. I'm Sandy. We have a very interesting guest this week. His name is Anmal. Anmal, could you say hi to everybody?
Hi everyone, Anmol this side. Good morning, good evening.
Yes. Where are you talking? Where are you located, Anmal?
So I'm currently in my hometown, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. It's in India.
Good. Okay. Anmal is an interesting character. For the past 5 months, he's worked at McKinsey, which is good, but he's a data analyst. So tell us what that means.
So a data analyst is, it's a data science role basically, where we help the clients take actionable decisions. Like based on the data, we tell them how to.
Yeah, so do you deal with the clients or do you deal with other McKinsey partners?
Both. So
okay, and how your technical name is Insights and Capabilities Analyst. What does that mean?
So it's a career trajectory of data scientists. So that is where it starts with.
Okay, the other group at McKinsey that we're more familiar with are just like associates, right? Or analysts.
Yes, analyst associates, this is a different career trajectory.
Yeah.
They are more into.
This is real important. I don't know if you can answer this, but this is real important. People in your gig, the data science gigs, do they go to business school?
They do go to business schools, not very often, but yes, I've seen data scientists.
We were talking before, and you mentioned that the schools they went to, they frequently go to, are in Europe, right?
Yes, people I am familiar with.
INSEAD, yeah.
Yes.
So you're trying to break out of there. Okay, tell us about, and let's just get his education out of the way. He told me he went to RTU, which is something anybody in India would recognize, but what does that stand for?
So it stands for Rajasthan Technical University. It's a state university, basically, from the state of Rajasthan. And yes, that's it.
So we're calling that not a golden university, but a silver one. And you were in the top 25%.
Not very selective university, but yes, I was in the top 25% of the class.
Yeah, okay, so here's how you stand up. Your name is Anmal, and you've got a 760 GMAT. Yippee! Yes. That's real good, okay?
Thanks.
27-year-old Anmal, he's working for McKinsey now as a data scientist, 760 GMAT, Yippy again, went to a no-name university in RTU in India, and he's had his major work experience has been at this company, Directions, as an analyst. So, yeah. So the question is, what does all that add up to? Okay. Yeah, and your target schools are Harvard, Booth, Kellogg, and Wharton.
Yep.
Is there anything that we should know about you that we haven't discussed?
Extracurriculars, maybe. That is.
Well, are any of those really powerful?
Well, I like to think they are because they are mine. So, but you can tell me better.
Well, you tell me which your most impactful extracurricular is. I'm not minimizing it. I'm just trying to present you to the viewers and tell you what I'm making my decision on.
The most impactful, in my opinion, was my time at ISEC. So ISEC is basically a not-for-profit global organization that is in 130 countries, and I used to host.
Okay, so ISEC is a well-known non-profit NGO.
Yes.
And what did you do there?
So I was the vice president for development sector. I used to host interns from multiple countries, and with them I used to organize social projects in my city. on various issues like environment, child rights, and all of those things. So ISEC is a platform that provides internships to students in different countries in the ISEC network.
Good. And you said you led a team of 20 people. That's responsible for direct sales of global internships. These companies paid you to take these kids or what?
So they were NGOs, they were funded NGOs, and yes, we did charge them a small fees, and we provided them with interns, and they used to pay for interns basically, those global interns that I hosted.
Okay, and you won the award for most progressive department at a national level. Okay, okay, that's a plus. Okay, ISEC is an organization that has an impact beyond yourself. What leading business schools look for in extracurriculars, okay? They like extracurriculars that have an impact beyond yourself. An extracurricular they don't like is organized the pre-business school club, okay? That's something business schools don't admire because that's just your own self-interest. But if you're working for this outfit, that's something they admire. They admire a leadership role, they admire raising money, and they admire interacting with people. So all you folks at home, if you're wondering about how to score your own chances and what the extracurriculars part of your resume, how that's going to be scored, you can get points if you belong to an organization, if there's a leadership role and the organization has an impact beyond yourself. So I'm giving you a half a point for that. All right. The McKinsey gig is a plus, obviously. The fact that you're in data science, not a business analyst, you got to explain that. You told me that the data science people frequently get advanced degrees, but not MBAs. So you're a rare data scientist at McKinsey applying for an MBA. Is that correct?
Pretty much, yes, that is correct.
Yeah, okay, you don't have to swear to it. I mean, close enough for government work. And then you've had 3 years at Directions, which is your major gig.
Yes.
Who are you going to get recommendations from?
So my manager at McKinsey and the director of analytics and from Directions, my ex-boss.
Good. Those were two good people. 760 is good. The top, you did very well in your graduate school where you got high grades, but everybody gets high grades in graduate school. Being the top 25% of your class at a lesser known technical university is kind of an uphill battle. You'll be competing against people who went to more selective colleges and universities and also did better. So they got you twice. On the other hand, it was a long time ago.
Yes, so it's a cycle, right? You go to a good school, you study hard, you get a good job. You go to a bad school, then there's no point in studying.
Yeah, well, so you overcame that. Yeah, you're on the same cycle. Okay,
Yes.
drum roll, please. Here's what I think, all right? You got a lot going for you. And if you can optimize the data, what are your goals? Like what job, give me your career path after business school.
So I would like to continue with McKinsey or a similar firm, MBB or a Big Four consulting firm as a strategy consultant.
So you want to transition from a data science part to to just one of them McKinsey guys.
Yes, more of a transition. Yes.
Good. It's not more of. That's exactly what you're doing.
Yes.
Well, this is important. Am I missing something? Am I wrong?
No. You are absolutely right. So I'm just
okay.
like
let me just give you a suggestion here about how to present yourself. You like everything to be a little bit tentative. Harvard Business School doesn't like tentative answers.
Okay.
If the question was, you see that itself was 10. You go, okay, I understand that.
Okay, I understand that.
There you go. I'm serious. It can infect the way they look at you. And since you're not a standard applicant, you've got a lot of unusual things. You really have to be specific and on your game rather than being. You sound like you're a little bit disappointed in your own career. Okay.
No, that's not like it.
Well,
But I got your point.
don't sound like it. Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay,
understand.
I think you're going to have a hard time at HBS. There's just too many Indian male guys like you doing similar stuff. The data science is a differentiator, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. So I think your chances at HBS are like 20%. Let me rethink that. So if you said, well, Sandy, what are my chances of being interviewed? Yeah, I'd say your chances of being interviewed are 30%, 20%. I think at Wharton will give you more credit for the 760. Wharton really loves high GMAT, so that'll be a plus at Wharton. And, you know, they will list you as someone from McKinsey. So Wharton, you're inviting to Wharton because you're interesting and you're not going to damage their magazine profiles. You've got a 760 GMAT. You went to McKinsey. Okay, so you're going to help out their magazine profile, and so that's one thing. And you got a lot to offer on the other. So I think your chances at Wharton are higher. I think your chances of getting into Wharton are more like 30%. And I think at Booth and Kellogg, they'll do the same analysis. They're just less selective. So your chances go up there to maybe 40%, 35, 40%. What you have to do, and this is not true for everybody, it's more true for you. Presenting yourself clearly is very important. What a data science person does and why you want to have the post MBA roadmap that we've explored. So let's do it again. What is your post MBA roadmap?
So I want to transition from data science to strategy consulting, leveraging data. So nowadays, like every study at all the major consulting firms, they involve
Blah,
data.
blah, blah. What's your next job? So where would that mean working?
Post MBA associate at one of the big consulting firms, MBB or the Big Four.
Good. That's the answer. Okay. And then here's the hard part. What happens after that?
Continuing on the same path for the next few years and become partner at one of these firms. So
your goal is to be a partner at a major consulting firm?
long-term goal, yes. So either that or entrepreneurship. Like I'm also slightly interested in that area, considering I have a technical profile and I enjoy like what I'm doing. So
Okay, here's
that
the
is
way you say that, but this is important. Going to Harvard, Wharton, or Stanford and saying, my goal in life is to be a partner at a major consulting firm. That doesn't light their fire, okay? Even though, you know, that's half their alumni and 80% of their donor base. The admissions office operates on a different value mindset, okay? So we're concerned about how the admissions office thinks. And what I would say to the admissions office is, my goal is to be a leader in this the data science field. And that goal could take place in two formats. I could go to a major consulting company and head up and expand their data science track or unit or guild or whatever they call it, okay? And another possibility would be to through meeting people in business school or meeting people at my first job after business school would be to start my own firm. Who's a role
Okay.
model? Who's the role model entrepreneur for you? Who's a role model for you in terms of a guy who started his own firm?
Steve Jobs, I would say.
Yeah, besides Steve Jobs.
Like,
Okay, you should have a lot of, this is transitioning into a mock interview, but why not? You know, you're gonna have to get through one anyway, okay?
yes.
Besides, what you need in your pocket are three, I tell this to everybody, what you need walking into the interview, what you need in your pocket are 3 or 4 people you admire. They don't have to be known to the interviewer, but you have to say a role model for me is this guy because he did this, this, and this. Another role model for me is this woman who did this and this. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
That's incredibly valuable research. You just go fishing around looking for people and working them up. You learn a lot about the industry doing that work. And it's just a very powerful way to answer questions.
Okay, understand. I understand.
Okay. Once again, I'm going to harp on this because it's important. Don't say okay that way. It sounds like you don't believe me.
No, I totally believe you. Like, you are the expert.
I'm not breaking your, well, I'm good. I don't care whether you believe me. You got to sound like you believe me. I don't care if you like the interviewer. You got to sound like you like him or her. And I don't care if you believe in what you tell them. You have to sound like you believe it. You've got this presentation style that's tentative. You may think I'm crazy, but the way you say okay could be damaging. When you say okay and that okay, that means this isn't worth going into, but I disagree with you. Okay. That's the way, that's what okay, the way you say it means. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Yeah,
So,
yes, I do. Yeah, yes,
yes, I
sir, I
do. Yes.
understand.
I understand.
Buddy, I'm not insulting you. I'm giving you a tip that very few other people would be, you know, I don't know, brutal or honest or whatever to give you, but it's crucial.
This feedback is very important. Like,
Yeah.
I have to face an interview someday, so why not now?
Right. Someday, I hope you face an interview in like the next 9 months, dude. Right?
Yes. Yes.
The all the business schools you're applying to have interviews as part of the process.
Yes.
You dig? Right. Okay. So that's my my handicapping is I think HPS is going to be hard. If you want to help yourself there, try and figure out something that's very distinctive and write about that as, you know, like what matters to you, even, you know, or the prompt at HBS is, what else do you want us to know? So what would you think about answering that?
So I'm thinking on the lines of what I have done, why I have chosen data science. So I'm trying to like bind my volunteer experience, my social service experience, and data science into one. Like, I'm trying to knit it.
Yeah, what I want you to know is that I want to be a leader at the intersection of social enterprise and data science. And then the next step is, what I'd like to share with you are the influences that have led me to this goal. My goal is to be an impactful and important leader at the intersection of data science and social enterprise. You know, heroes to me are 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, I
That could be
understand.
the first. That could be the first 50 words of your Harvard essay. And then what you should say is, I'd like to share with you some of the influential people and experiences that have helped form this goal. Got it?
Understood.
Then you just come up with 4 people and experiences. You pick them very carefully, and you have to be very adept at describing what the influence was and what the experience was.
Okay, and they cannot be like, they may or may not be famous, right?
That's right. You could go,
Okay.
yeah, I'd leave Steve Jobs out, okay? He's a little overworked.
Understood.
And
So I have,
that's the way I would write the Harvard essay, unless there's something else you really think they need to know.
right. I have to find out some names, like, which I can drop.
Yeah, well, you should know that anyway. You should know it anyway for the business school application process, but you should know it anyway because, like, this is what you want to do, man. Right?
Understood.
Yeah. Okay. Understood means I don't want to argue with you, although I think you're totally wrong.
No, 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 no. Sandy, you are the expert. I'll take your word for it.
You can take my word for it, but the more important thing is to start acting like you believe it. That's the more important thing. Because that's the way you're going to present yourself. What you have to do is present yourself to the admissions committees as if you agree with me. Got it?
I'll work on it, definitely.
Yeah, good. That's getting better. Yeah. Okay. So I think your chances at HBS are going to be like 20%. I think Booth and Kellogg are higher, and Wharton, your chances at Wharton could be like 25, 30% if you can craft a very powerful application along the lines we've discussed. Okay.
Right, agreed.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna sign off here. You got a lot going for you. And I'll see you out there on the admission school highway and give you a little friendly honk. Okay. Okay. Adios. Have a good weekend.
Sandy,
Bye-bye.
thank you so much. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.